since the famous Dempsey County long count battle in Chicago 8 years before. Everyone's stunned by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cat Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Mike Mazik. What's up, Mike? Salute to everyone. And welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the Box Storian. Today, the life and career of Manny Pacquiao. The life and career of Manny Pacquiao. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Storian, bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone today? This is the Friday afternoon edition of Cast Sports, the Box Storian. Manny Pacquiao today. Wait for a couple more people, man. This guy BVO Boxing TV keeps on picking with me, man. So he asked for what he's gonna get ready to get. Okay, he's a big childish guy, and if he was trying to get on my nerves, he has succeeded. Okay, and I'm gonna give it to him today, right? Okay, I'm gonna let a few more people come in to hear it. If you don't like profanity, now's the time to leave because I'm gonna give it to him. He asked for it, and he's going to get it, man. This big 500-pound childish guy, man. I'm gonna give it to him. Okay? But I'm gonna wait a few minutes. But the life and career of Manny Pacquiao today. Okay? That's what we're doing. Right at the end of another big week of boxing history. Okay? We got so don't miss Fantasy Mattress Monday next week. It's going to be the women. Okay, going to be a few different women. Now we got this card out of Paris tomorrow. I don't know too many people on it, but it's coming up tomorrow, and then we'll heat back up after that. A couple of weeks we're gonna have the rematch between Emmanuel Navarrete and Oscar Valdez 2. We got Liam Perro. He's fighting it's Richardson Hitchens. Yeah, we got he firing on. He won. Our JBT member representative down in Puerto Rico going to be attending the fight and right there for all the fight week festivities. I think he's going to have an interview with Richardson Hitchens. It's going to be he's going to bring us some good, interesting stuff. But how's everybody this Friday afternoon? Hope everybody's doing well. Ready for the weekend. I stay on the weekend. I'm unemployed. I was just waiting for the rest of y'all to get here, that's all. Manny profile is kind of long because he was a very versatile guy. He was not only, besides being a professional boxer, he was a politician, a basketball player, an active, a singer. Yeah, he got music out here and everything, man. Had an album that I think was like in the top 25 on the Billboard charts. Yeah, Manny. Got a son in the amateurs. Oh, I'm not going to get out of character. I'm just going to, let people know about his nonsense, man. Let people know about his nonsense that he's been doing, right? Because it all started with this debate. And I had reservations in the beginning because I knew how childish the guy was. And as soon as I agreed to it, I felt I made a mistake to even get involved with this childish guy, man. And sure enough, we scheduled the debate. It was my birthday, but when you scheduled it, I wasn't aware of the date. We just said Monday. So then a couple of days before, I realized it was my birthday, so I canceled it. And immediately he started acting childish, talking about duck and all that stuff. Now, I celebrate my birthday with my wife. I'm certainly not canceling that for a guy like BBO. But he immediately started acting childish. So I said, I'm not rescheduling this debate with this childish guy, man. And now, then he put some duck emojis in my chat earlier this week. Then he gonna say that nonsense on Jay Hardcore this morning about, I'm calling you Cash Buster, you ducking all that kind of dumb shit. And this guy talking about duck, he told us, I'm gonna tell you how stupid he is. He told us a story one time. Him and his cousin got in a fight with some guys. He told his cousin to keep fighting while he running to get help. And you gonna call somebody a duck doing some dumb shit like that? Yeah. So, yeah, he's going to run off and leave his cousin there to fight. Probably went home and hid under the bed. But that's, I don't have too much to say about BVO. But BVO, you big, soft-ass piece of shit. Please don't mention my name anymore, okay? And that's all I got to say on it. That's what happened on it, man. Instead of just letting the shit go, he's going to try to shame me on people's panels. And if he was trying to get on my nerves, he succeeded. But he's a big piece of shit. And I hope in the future he just stops mentioning my name because I'm sick of him, He's a big childish guy. And just find somebody else to debate because I had nothing to do with the guy, man. And immediately when I agreed to it, I had reservations because I knew how childish the guy was, man. And sure enough, he proved it, on panels, Cash Sports, ducking, blah, blah, blah. This is the same guy that left his cousin to fight 3 or 4 people, or he going to run off to get help. Come on, man. That shows you how stupid the guy is. I wouldn't even tell nobody a story like that. But that's got all I got to say. He's a piece of shit. Just keep my name out of your mouth, BVO, okay? Don't mention my name anymore. Find some. If you really wanted to debate, you can find plenty of people to debate. Knockout loves to debate. You call him right now, he'll debate you tonight. You're just capping, okay? So leave me alone, BVO. I want nothing to do with your childish ass, okay? So I didn't get out of character, Mike. I just wanted to let him know that. I hope he's listening. But, you know, he's a big childish guy, man. And, you know, that's not how men do it, right? He kept calling me. I tried to ignore him, you know. Just let it go. Find somebody else. Don't try to shame me. That's not how men do it. It must be a bunch of coons where he's from. Because they are not men. Okay? Yeah. And that's it. Right. I just wanted to say that, man, because the guy, I tried to ignore the guy, but he keep on saying my name, right? So I had to respond to him after the nonsense this morning. Going up on Jay Hardcore's panel like he trying to shame me. This the same guy that left his cousin to fight some other guys while he ran to get help. Hey, cuz, you keep fighting, I'm gonna go get help. Probably went home and hid under the bed. And the guy weighs about 300 damn pounds. Pathetic. BVO, you are pathetic, man. You're a pathetic piece of shit. Okay? That's what I feel about you, man. And please don't say my name anymore. Just leave it at that. Okay? Leave it at that. You know, I thought it was going to be two men debating, but I thought it was going to be a man debating a childish-like character. Okay? But Manny Pacquiao today. Okay? I didn't get out of character too bad, did I, Mike? But the man kept on saying my name over and over, man. I'm not the type that's going to sit back and let that keep happening, man. You know? That's just not me. He brought this on himself, right? Why did he just let it go? I told him the debate was off. Just let it go. Don't try to shame me, man. That's not how men do it, you know? And now I probably won't be able to go on my friend Crust the Legend show because he's on BBO's channel. BBO is a sucker. But that's it, man. Manny Pacquiao today. I just had to respond because he just would not leave me alone, man. What would you do? Somebody keep on trying to shame you instead of just letting it go. Find somebody else to debate, man. Obviously, the man is just capping. That's all. Yeah. You know, you understand what I'm saying, though, Mike? The man just kept on saying picking with me. I tried to ignore the man, you know? Tried to ignore him. But he would not let me ignore him, okay? That's why I had to respond to him. You know? I don't have time for children. You know, the man reminds me of my 3-year-old granddaughter. That's how she acts. When you ignore her, keep throwing little tantrums trying to get your attention, you know? And it's supposed to be a grown man. But obviously, it's a little child in a grown man's body, a big-ass grown man's body at that. 300 pounds gonna leave his cousin there to fight a couple guys. He gonna run to get help. Why would somebody, you have to be stupid to even tell somebody that story, man. You gonna call somebody a duck? Your cousin there fighting. Hey, cuz, I'm going to get help. I'll be back. Come on, BVO, you got to be better, man. You got to be better. And BVO, leave me alone, okay? I know you're listening. Leave me alone, okay? I don't want to be engaged in nothing to do with you, man. Debate, whatever. Because I don't have time for childishness. You know, we're men over here in the JBT. And you're on thin ice. Let me tell you that. You're on thin ice, okay? Act like a man, or try to. At least try to, man. You know, try. But we're going to get started at 2:30. I'm going to leave that alone now. I think I got my message across, okay? And it's not my fault, man. Somebody tell you call them for like a month straight and you ignore them. Why are you going to keep messing with that person? Wouldn't you just let it go? Find somebody else to debate. There's plenty of people that you can debate, man. Why are you trying to cap on me? Big overgrown piece of shit. I don't like the guy, man. I used to, but he showed, he's childish. Then please don't respond. Please, if you do, don't mention Cast Sports, okay? Because you're not on my level, okay? I will hurt your feelings. I appreciate you, Mike Mazzick. But yeah, we got this card out of Paris tomorrow, and I hope BVO is one of those 5 people listening to. I hope he's a warrior. But Manny Pacquiao was very versatile. Like I said, professional boxer, actor, politician, singer. Manny did it all. Plus, his son is an amateur boxer, Manuel Pacquiao Jr. Manuel Pacquiao Jr. I was keeping track of him at one time, but I had lost track of him. But the way they fast track guys nowadays, he could be in the pros next year. But that don't mean he's going to be good just because his father was an all-time great. It doesn't always work out that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work out that way. And sometimes it does. Look at, we talked about Missouri yesterday. Leon Spinks, him and his son, Corey Spinks, was champions. Michael Spinks, Corey's uncle, was a champion. Floyd Patterson and his son, Tracy Harris Patterson, was champions. So sometimes it works out, but most of the time it doesn't. Aaron Pryor had a son that was a boxer. I didn't even know he was a boxer. That's how much success he had. I didn't even know he was a boxer until years after his career ended. Julio Cesar Chavez, his son, he wasn't all that. But it's still, we will have to see how Manuel Pacquiao Jr. does. And Manny, the only man to win champions in 8 weight divisions, 8 of them. And I think Amanda was going for 8 last weekend. She could have tied him, and she's still active. She might have passed him. She may have passed him. But they took it away from him. Oh, it's over with. Yeah, as long as he just don't say my name anymore, it's over. I tried to ignore the man for like a whole month, but he just insisted on keep on picking with me, man. Up to this morning when he come on that panel trying to say, Cast Sports, I'm calling you out, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what the hell is wrong with this guy, man? He's come to say some completely idiotic bullshit this morning on somebody's panel, man. That's what did it. Why couldn't he just let it go? I'm not going to debate him. Find somebody else. But you got to keep on calling my name, picking with this stupid shit, man. The guy is childish, man. I don't have time for that. I hope after this, it's over with. But if you don't want it to be, it don't have to be, I'm trying to treat these soft-ass people but they trying to be nice to these soft, weak-ass people. But, they take kindness for weakness. A person like BVO takes kindness for weakness. So you got to trash him. That's the only thing that a person like him understands, You can't be kind to him. They take it for weakness. That's why for the past month, he continuously called my name, calling me a duck, instead of just leaving me the fuck alone, man. That's all I asked. I ignored him. I didn't return his calls, but yet and still he want to run up on people's panels trying to shame me. That's not my fault. I did nothing to this man but ignore him. Why couldn't he do the same? That's why he got it today. The big, weak, 300-pound piece of shit. But I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let it go. I did not do this. I ignored the man. He kept on mentioning my name, trying to shame me, putting ducks in my chat. going on Jay Hardcore's chat panel calling me a duck. I didn't do that. Why didn't the man just let it go? You know, that's how men do it. But evidently he's not a man, he's a child. But I'm over it. Miss Cass brought it back up. Oh, you can't erase it now, Miss Cass. I saw it. Okay. But we're going to get started around 2:30. That's all. You know, I did my part. I tried to ignore the man. But, you know, the man wouldn't let me ignore him. What am I supposed to do? Just keep sitting the man, letting the man disrespect me and not say nothing? That ain't me. That's not how I was raised. You know, I tried for an entire, the debate was October 14th. He been calling me from then to now, November 21st, and I ignored him all over a month. But he kept picking with me, man. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I tried to ignore the man. He would not let me ignore him. So maybe this will end it. I should have done this a long time ago. It was foolish ass. Maybe he'll leave me alone now. Find somebody else to debate. You know, it's crazy. But that's what childishness will do for you, man. You know, people, I don't know, some people just, you know, just didn't grow up like, you know, other people did. Grew up in the men. Some people stay in boyhood. You know, they stay in boyhood, man. Whereas other people, other males grew up from boys to men. Some people stay boys their entire life. The mind don't develop, man. Common sense should have told him. Cash Sports is ignoring you. It's not this. We're not gonna have this debate. Leave him alone. But all the way up to this morning, he and Jay Hardcore's chat calling me a duck. You know, this very morning, man. That ain't my fault. I tried to ignore this man for an entire month. Why is he still calling me? They disrespected me this morning. This is not my fault. I should have done this weeks ago. Maybe it would have been over weeks ago. But I thought the man had sense enough to let it go, but evidently he didn't. Hopefully he'll let it go now. You big idiotic piece of shit, let it go. I don't like you, BVO. Because you disrespected me. Don't disrespect me, man, because I'm like B-Hop. I disrespect you back. Okay? And I tried to not for this to come to this. You brought it to this, man. You disrespected me all the way up to this morning when I ignored you for an entire month. You disrespected me this very morning, man. And I wasn't trying to go here with you. I was trying to just let you know it's over. Let it go, man. But no, you refused to do that. You have to sound like a damn idiot this morning. So on Jay Hardcore's panel, just before the show went on, I had to say that little stupid shit, which was totally unnecessary. All you had to do was leave it alone, find somebody else to debate, man. That's all you had to do. But you refused to do that. You kept picking with me, man. And if you was trying to get on my nerve, you finally did it this morning. You finally did it. So now let it go. Now get ready to start my show. What's up, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more? I don't know what's wrong with people, man. You try to ignore them. And years ago, I would have been on him the next day. If I could get next to him, I'd take a club and hit his big ass, knock his big ass out cold. Disrespecting me like that, man. I don't play that shit. But salute, Bruce Gas. Okay, I'm getting out of character now, like Mike said. Let me let that go. Maybe he'll get the message this time and leave me alone. Maybe he will get the message and leave me alone and find somebody else. That's all he's got to do. Cash Sports don't want no trouble with nobody. Yeah, I don't want no trouble with nobody, man. I just want to come on here every day at 2 o'clock and do my show. But BVO would not let me do that. He kept putting duck emojis in my chat. Going on Jay Hardcore with that shit this morning. Just let it go, BVO. That's all I ask, man. I don't want no trouble. But I can give it if you want it. You know? That's all I ask, is leave me alone. Is that too hard for you to do? Damn. What's wrong with these people, man? I'm just trying to live their life. And this clown want to keep disrespecting me, man. I didn't return none of his calls or anything. Wouldn't that be just sense enough to just leave the guy alone? That's all I ask. Come on, 2 to 4 every day, talk to my people, do my thing, and go on about my business. But this guy's putting duck emojis in my chat, coming on Jay Hardcore's panel disrespecting me. Why? Because he's a clown. Is it 2:30 yet? Almost. Let's get started with today's show. I'm gonna leave that clown alone, man. Truly a clown. Childish type character. Circus type character, man. Comic strip type character. But Manny Pacquiao today. That's all, man. Just leave me alone. That's all I ask. I don't want no trouble. I'm 65 years old. What I need with trouble? My troubled days are behind me. I done had my share of trouble in life. I'm trying to be calm and mellow nowadays, man. But this guy disrespected me all the way up to like 10 o'clock this morning, man. I can't keep taking that. That's not in my makeup. I can't do that. Had to respond. Had to. So maybe now he'll leave me alone. Hopefully. Okay, Manny Pacquiao today. The life and career of Manny Pacquiao. Okay, I'm really letting it go now. Hope BVO does. You know, BVO, just don't mention my name anymore, and it's over. Okay? Find somebody else to debate. Go on with your life. We don't have to like each other. Okay? That's all it is. And that's the end of it, as far as I'm concerned. Don't let me hear my name come out your mouth anymore. That's all, and it's over. It's OVA, over. OVA, not over, OVA, over. Okay? That's the end of it. Very simple. It should have been over a month ago. When I canceled the debate, that should have been it. You didn't have to keep disrespecting me for the entire past month. You should have just went on. Why that didn't happen? That's all I thought would happen. You know? Me and my wife celebrated my birthday, had to cancel the debate. He started acting like a child. So I said, don't be scheduled with this child. But then he kept on and on all the way up to this morning, man. All the way up to this morning. And I never responded for the entire month. But I had to today. Maybe I should have a long time ago. It would have been over a long time ago. You know? It's just crazy. What's up, Tim Layton? Hashtag JBT in the building. You know? Yeah, Mike Mazzy, Bruce Gas, Tim Layton. Those are the kind of men I'm used to dealing with, man. That are men, not children. You know, we're grown up. Let's get started with Manny Pacquiao. D1. What's up, D1? Hashtag JBT. Oh, my God. He lucky it wasn't D1 or old school. Oh, I can't imagine what. That was mild what I just did compared to the Angry White Men channel. Wow. They would have fried him, barbecued him. Let's salute D1. It's Friday, too. Tonight at 10 p.m. The Angry White Men, D1 and William Old School Durant. Don't miss it. I always get it on the playback because, you know, my old ass be asleep at 10 o'clock, man. But I tried to stay up, man. I make it sometimes. I made it last week, the week before last. But I always watch the playback, D1. But I'm going to try to make it live tonight. Okay? Okay, Miss Cass. I can hear you all the way back here. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, Miss Cass. Put it in the chat. Michelle that holler, let him alone, let it go. Put it in the chat, right? Put it in the chat. Miss Cass, put it in the chat. Okay, let's get started on Manny Pacquiao. Okay. Yeah, you know, his son is in the amateurs, though, yeah. Junior. I remember he used to be sitting there by us. Miss Cass, put it in the chat. I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao now. His son used to be sitting there by his wife, remember? When he used to be fighting. Now he's a fighter. He's in the amateurs himself now. Yep. Manuel Pacquiao Jr. Now, Manny, I done got Miss Cass all stirred up now. BBO, you in trouble if Miss Cass get on you. Ooh, I'm just going hide under the bed somewhere. But Manny was, he fought from the orthodox stance, right? He went through 8 weight classes, champion in 8 weight classes. Could have been 10 because he skipped 2. Yep, he skipped like 115, 118, something like that. Yeah, he could have had 10. He skipped 2 weight classes. Fought out of the southpaw stance. He was 5'5", had a 67-inch reach. And he had a total of 72 fights during his career, right? He won 62, he lost 8, and he had 2 draws, 39 by way of knockout. Manny wasn't really a big power guy, you know. But he had enough pop, you know, to keep his opponents honest, you know. Yeah, 39 knockouts. You got to have some pop to knock 39 people out. 39 professional fighters, yeah. Got to have some kind of pop. Okay, now, okay. Now, Emmanuel Dapper John Pacquiao Sr., right? Now, he was a Filipino politician, businessman, singer, and professional boxer, nicknamed the Pac-Man. And he is widely regarded as one of the greatest professional boxers of all time. Yeah. You know, I did the greatest southpaws earlier this week. Manny was number 3. Only southpaws in front of Manny was Sweet Pea and Marvin Hagler. Yeah. And them are nothing to hang your head about being behind them 2. Arguably, could be in front of Sweet Pea. You could make a good argument for him. I wouldn't put him in front of Hagler, but yeah, in the top 5 for sure. I had him 3. As southpaws, and widely regarded as one of the best professional fighters of all time. Now, he previously served as a senator of the Philippines from 2016 to 2022. He's the only 8-division world champion in the history of boxing, and he has won 12 major world titles, 12 of them. He was the first boxer to win the lineal championship in 4 divisions, 4 different weight classes, right? Also the first boxer to win major world titles in 4 of the 8 original divisions, right? He won at flyweight, featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. And he's the only boxer to hold world championships in 4 different decades, 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Now, Roberto Duran and Jack Johnson fought in 5 different decades, but they were not champions in 4 of them like Manny was. Manny was a champion in 4 different decades. Yep. In July 2019, Manny became the oldest welterweight world champion in boxing history at the age of 40, and the first boxer in history to become a recognized 4-time welterweight champion when he beat Keith One-Time Thurman to win the WBA welterweight title. Keith One-Time Thurman, now Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman. Okay? Now, as of 2015, Pacquiao's fights had generated $1.2 billion in revenue from his 25 pay-per-view fights. 25 pay-per-view fights, man. and 1.2 billion, not million, 1.2 billion in revenue. Wow. Now, according to Forbes magazine, Manny was the second highest paid athlete in the world in 2012 and 2015. Not second highest paid boxer, second paid highest athlete, period, in all of sports. Basketball, football, baseball, hockey, kickball, dodgeball, golf, whatever, tennis. Second. That's an accomplishment. 2 times, 2012 and 2015, right? Yeah. Manny Pacquiao. And he was the 8th highest paid athlete of the entire decade of the 2010s, 2001 to 2010. Yeah, number 8. And that's not just boxing, that's all of sports. So that is quite an accomplishment there. Quite an accomplishment. In 2024, ESPN ranked Pacquiao as the greatest Asian athlete of the 21st century. Again, not just boxing, sports, period. Okay? Number 1, Asian athlete of the 21st century, Manuel Pacquiao. Bad man. Now, Pacquiao entered politics in 2010 when he was elected as the representative of Serengeti province, okay? Now, he held this, I'm getting ready to do some butchering now. He's starting to say these Filipino towns and stuff. But I got that one right, Serengeti province. He held this post for 6 years until he was elected and assumed office as a senator in 2016, yeah. And he became the leader of the then ruling PDP Laban Party in 2020, right? Now, on September 19th, 2021, Manny officially announced his candidacy for president of the Philippines, right? In the 2022 Philippine presidential election. And he ended up losing to Bongbong Marcos. Bongbong Marcos. Yeah, that's the name. Bongbong. B-O-N-G. Wow. Bongbong Marcos. What a name. Damn, did I read that right? Yeah, Bongbong. Yeah, Manny lost to Bongbong. Wow. Now, outside of boxing and politics, Pacquiao was the head coach and player for the Philippine Basketball Association team, Kia Mahindra, for 3 seasons, from 2014 to 2017, before founding the semi-professional Maharlika Philippines Basketball League. Manny founded an entire basketball league, man. Yeah, after he played for a few years. Now, he has also starred in films and has presented television shows. In music, Manny released multiple certified platinum albums and songs, right? His cover of Sometimes When We Touch peaked at number 19 in the United States on Billboard's adult contemporary chart after a performance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Yeah, Manny was on Jimmy Kimmel Live. And the song peaked at number 19. Yeah. Yeah, Manny sang and did all that. Very versatile guy, man. Manny Pacquiao. And Manny is an evangelical Christian preacher also, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. Let's look at Manny's early life. Okay? Early life. Manuel Pacquiao's early life and education. Well, like I told you, he was born as Emmanuel Dapper-John Pacquiao in Kibawe, Bukidnon, and raised in General Santos in the Philippines. Now, he's the son of Rosalio Pacquiao and actress Dionisia Dapper-John. And his parents separated when he was in 6th grade after his father had an affair. Rosalio had an affair, got caught because his wife left him. Now, he's the 4th of 6 siblings, one of whom, Alberto Bobby Pacquiao, is also a politician and also a former professional boxer. So he had a brother as a boxer, you know. He got a son as a boxer now, but he had a brother that was a boxer too. Never heard of him. His name was Alberto Pacquiao. Anybody heard of him? Alberto Pacquiao? Not me. Now, at the age of 14, Manny moved to Manila and lived on the streets. He worked as a construction worker and had to pick between eating or sending money to his mother. Wow. Mom might not get a couple, some money cut, eating or sending money to his mother. She would have understood. Now, Pacquiao completed his elementary education at Saavedra Saway Elementary School in General Santos in the Philippines. But he dropped out of high school due to extreme and abject poverty. Okay, he dropped out of high school. Hit the wrong button. Okay. He dropped out of high school due to extreme and abject poverty. In February 2007, Pacquiao took and passed the high school equivalency exam, and he was awarded with a high school diploma by the Department of Education. Now let's look at Manny's boxing career now, okay? Look at his boxing career. Manuel Pacquiao. All-time great, no doubt. Yep. Now, Manny had an amateur record of 60 wins and 4 losses, right? And as a pro, 62 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 39 knockouts as a professional. Now, boxing historian Bert Sugar ranked Manny as the greatest southpaw fighter of all time. Yeah, that's high praise coming from Bert Sugar. In 2021, Manny ranked number 1 in the Zone's list of the top 10 boxers of the last 30 years. Wow, number 1. Now, Manny made history by being the first boxer ever to win world titles in 8 weight divisions, having won 12 major world titles, as well as being the first boxer to win the lineal championship in 5 different weight classes. And Manny is also the first boxer in history to win major world titles in 4 of the original 8 weight classes of boxing, also known as the glamour division. Like I said, flyweight, featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight. Manny was champion in all of them. That's a wide range. Flyweight 112, welterweight 147. What's that? 35 pounds. And Manny was also the first boxer ever to become a 4-decade world champion, winning world champions, of course, 4 decades, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He was long rated as the best active boxer in the world, pound for pound, for most sporting news and boxing websites, including ESPN, Sports Illustrated, Sporting Life, Yahoo Sports, About.com, BoxRec, and The Ring magazine, right? And he is also the longest reigning top 10 active boxer on the Ring pound for pound list from 2003 to 2016, 13 years. Okay, that's a long reign for Manny, 13 years. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Get rid of all that. Oh, Lord. I'm in for it when I finish. I'm going to get a long speech. 13 years, yeah. Now, Pacquiao has generated approximately $20.4 million in pay-per-view buys, right? And like I told you, $1.3 billion in revenue, right? From 25 pay-per-view fights. That's a lot. Per Forbes magazine, he was the world's second highest paid athlete in 2015. And Manny signed with Bob Arum, Top Rank. Okay? Signed with Top Rank. I lost my place. You signed with the Bob Father, Top Rank, from 2015 to 2017. And Al Heyman's PBC Promotions in 2018. Right? And Paradigm Sports Management in 2020. On September 29th, 2021, Manny announced his retirement from boxing in a post on social media. Then, On July 28, 2024, Manny made his debut on Super Rising 3 in an exhibition featherweight fight against kickboxer Rukia Anpo in a boxing match under Rising special standing fight rules. Featherweight went back down to 126. Wow. And what did Manny finish at? 154. Okay. Now, if there was no judge's decision in the fight, it ended in a draw. Now, what's happening? Mike Rim in the building. What's up, Mike Rim? How are you today? Salute. Good to see you, Mike. Mike Rim in the building. Okay, back to Manny. Now, Manny was introduced to boxing at the age of 12 by his maternal uncle, his mother's brother, Sardo Major, according to his autobiography. Now, Pacquiao said watching Mike Tyson's defeat at the hands of James Buster Douglas in 1990 with his uncle is an experience that changed his life forever. He was a big Mike Tyson fan, yeah. Now, Major began training Manny in a makeshift home gym. After 6 months of training, Manny began boxing in a park in General Santos in the Philippines, eventually traveling to other cities to fight higher-ranked opponents. And by age 15, he was considered the best junior boxer in the southern Philippines. And he moved to Manila in January 1995 at the age of 16. And he made his professional boxing debut as a junior flyweight. Yep, made his debut as a junior flyweight, 108. That's where he started at. Coming across those 8 divisions. 108 pounds, okay? Now, Manny stated of his early years, many of you know me as a legendary boxer, and I'm proud of that. However, that journey was not always easy. When I was younger, I became a fighter because I had to survive. I had nothing. I had no one to depend on except myself. I realized that boxing was something I was good at, and I trained hard so that I could keep myself and my family alive. Now, on December 4th, 1998, at the age of 19, Manny won his first major title, the World Boxing Council, WBC, flyweight title, 112. So let's look at some of his notable fights. Some of Manny's notable fights. Okay? Yeah, we're going to cover his boxing, politician, basketball, singing, acting, all that. Okay, because we still got it. Just Do Boxing comes in here at 4 o'clock. Takes over these JBT streets. Now, notable fights. Over the course of his career, of his decorated career, Manny has defeated 22 world champions, one behind Floyd. Remember, Floyd defeated 23. Manny defeated 22. Both big accomplishments. He beat Chai Suzuki. I'm not even gonna mess with that. Jorge Elisa, Marco Antonio Barrera twice. Eric Morales twice. Oscar Larios, Jorge Salas, Juan Manuel Marquez twice. I didn't think Manny ever beat Juan Manuel Marquez, but officially, according to the judges, twice. David Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Joshua Clottey, Antonio Margarito, Shane Mosley, Brandon Rios, Timothy Bradley twice, really 3 times, because, they robbed Manny the first time. Chris Algieri, Jesse Vargas, Lucas Matisse, Adrian Broner, and his last fight was Keith Thurman, remember? Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman. Yeah, that was his last fight. what was that, 2021? Somewhere around in there. Yeah. Now, Pacquiao's most recent fight was against Yordanis Ugas. No, Keith wasn't his last fight. Ugas, I forgot about that. Yeah, his most recent fight was Yordanis Ugas in August 2021. Right. Now, Manny also participated in an exhibition fight against former world champion Jesus Salud in August 2002, which he won. Now, let's look at some of the awards Manny won. Okay. Some of his awards. Now, Pacquiao was named Fighter of the Decade for the 2000s by the Boxing Writers Association of America, the World Boxing Council, the World Boxing Organization, and HBO. In 2006, 2008, and 2009, he was awarded Ring Magazine's, ESPN, and the Boxing Writers Association of America's Fighter of the Year. And in 2009 and 2011, he won the Best Fighter ESPY Award. Now, BoxRec ranks him as the greatest Asian fighter of all time. In 2016, Manny ranked number 2 on ESPN's list of top pound-for-pound boxers of the past 25 years. And he ranks number 4 in BoxRec's ranking of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time, okay? As of 2022, Pacquiao was ranked 9th in the Ring Magazine's list of the top 100 boxers of all time. So pretty much top 10 by everybody, all time. Manny, yeah. And Manny Pacquiao is a holder of 6 Guinness Book World Records. Wow. 6 of them. He has the most consecutive boxing world title fight victories at different weights at 15 between 2005 and 2011. He is named the oldest welterweight title, age 40 years, 215 days, on July 20th, 2019. That was Keith Thurman. Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman. He has won the most boxing world titles won in different weight divisions with 8. He defeated Antonio Margarito to win the WBC Super Welterweight title on November 13th, 2010. That's when he got that one. He has also held sanctioned belts in the WBC flyweight, super featherweight, and lightweight divisions. Plus, the ring featherweight, IBF, super bantamweight, IBO, and the ring light welterweight and WBO welterweight. He recorded the highest selling pay-per-view boxing match in a welterweight title fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada on May 2nd, 2015. You know who that was against? That was him and Floyd, remember? That's the highest pay-per-view ever. Remember I did the top 10? Yeah, Manny and Floyd was number 1. And also the highest revenue earned from ticket sales for a fight. From the title fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada. Also on May 2nd, 2015. Also against Floyd. Yeah, that was the highest ever. Him and Floyd, yeah. Revenue, ticket sales, gate, whatever. Yeah, him and Floyd right now. Somebody might top it one day. But it's going to be hard. And did I say Manny made $1.2 billion over his career in pay-per-view revenue? Not million, 1.2 billion, man. 25 pay-per-view fights. Legendary Manuel Pacquiao. Now, Olympics. Now, Manny never participated in an Olympics, but Pacquiao has never competed in the Summer Olympics, but he participated in the Parade of Nations of the 2008 Summer Olympics opening ceremony as the Philippine delegation's flag bearer. He was the first ever non-participant to serve as the country's flag bearer, right? Swimmer Miguel Molina, 2005 Southeast Asian Games best male athlete, was supposed to do it, but he yielded the role to Manny upon the request of President Gloria Arroyo, right? Yeah, she requested that they let Manny do it. And that was just 2005. He wasn't even legendary then. But he had started that run through the 2000s then, remember? He came from 2001 to 2010 like crazy. Almost everybody's fighter of that decade. Yeah, Manny Pacquiao was. Yep. Now, he had the opportunity to compete in the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, when professional boxers under the age of 40 were allowed to compete in the Olympics for the first time ever. But Pacquiao decided not to compete, right? And then he signified his interest to qualify for the 2024 Summer Olympics in France. But now the Filipino, remember you had to be under 40, by then Manny was over 40, right? The Filipino Olympic Committee would make a failed petition to the International Olympic Committee, the IOC. But now 45 years old, Pacquiao wasn't allowed to participate after the IOC decided to uphold a 40-year-old age limit. Yeah. You waited too late, man. You should have did it in 2016 when they allowed professionals to go. You know, that's when he should have done it. Now, earnings. Now, again, Forbes listed Manny as the world's sixth highest paid athlete with a total of $40 million or 2 billion pesos in the Philippines from the second half of 2008 to the first half of 2009. Now, tied with him in the sixth spot was NBA player LeBron James and golfer Phil Mickelson. Now, Pacquiao was again included in Forbes' list of highest paid athletes from the second half of 2009 to the first half of 2010. He was ranked 8th with an income of $42 million. Wow. Now, that's a lot. Pacquiao also won the 2009 ESPY Awards for the best fighter category, beating fellow boxer Sugar Shane Mosley and Brazilian mixed martial artist Lyoto Machida and Anderson Silva, right? Both of them from Brazil. Yeah, both from Brazil. Now, ESPN magazine reported that Pacquiao was one of the 2 top earning athletes for 2010, alongside American Major League Baseball player Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod. Now, according to the magazine's annual salary report of athletes, Pacquiao earned $32 million, approximately $1.38 billion in the billion pesos in the Philippines, for his 2 2010 fights against Clottey and Margarito. Just 2 fights. You hear that? 2 fights in 2010, he earned $32 million, 1.38 billion pesos in the Philippines. 2 fights. That's what's that? 16 million per fight. Now let's look at his basketball career, okay? Let me remember where I'm at. I gotta come back. Where's my glasses? Plus, I'm gonna take a drink of my cooler. It's Friday. Okay. I don't get drunk. I drink cooler, so. Okay. Let's take a look at his basketball career. Yeah, Manny was a basketball player. He trained with the Golden State Warriors for a while in his career. Yes, he did. Him and Steph Curry was very good friends. A couple other professional basketball players was good friends of Manny's. We're going to look at Manny's basketball career. Okay. Take a drink. How's everybody this Friday? Ready for the weekend? Appreciate everybody rocking with me today. Manny Pacquiao, life and career. Manny Pacquiao. Got Tim Layton in here. He was in here. Okay, basketball career for Manny. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, on April 17th, 2014, told you I'm going to cover his boxing, basketball, acting, singing, political, all of it. Manny was a versatile guy. This is life and career of Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Now, April 17th, 2014, Manny, a passionate basketball fan, announced his intention to join the Philippine Basketball Association, the PBA, as the player coach of Kia Motors basketball team, an incoming expansion team for the PBA's 2014-15 season. Still boxing then too, remember? As the team's head coach, he asked other teams to not draft him before Kia, and he picked himself, number 11 overall in the first round of the 2014 PBA draft. Philippine Basketball Association, remember, PBA. He was the oldest rookie to be ever drafted in the league's history, right? Now, Manny played basketball as part of his training before his fights. And prior to his PBA stint, Manny was named an honorary member of the Boston Celtics, and he established friendships with Steph Curry and Basketball Hall of Famers Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. Yeah, some big names of NBA fame. Yeah, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. Yeah. Yeah. A little 5'5" Manny and 7 foot Kevin Garnett walking somewhere together. When he come to like Garnett's halfway past his waist or something. Yeah, but they were good friends. Yeah. Manny was 5'5", right? Yeah. Now, NBA player Karl Anthony Towns cites Pacquiao as a legend and visited him along with Klay Thompson when they were training. Now, on September 6, 2014, Manny trained with the Golden State Warriors at their training facility in preparation for his PBA stint, for the PBA season. Now, on February 18, 2015, Pacquiao played briefly and scored 1 point when the Sorrento team pulled the 95-84 upset against Pure Foods, which attacked former NBA player Daniel Orton as their import for the conference. Why did they even put that in there, man? He scored 1 point. Just should have said he played. Wow. 1 point. I could have did that. I probably would have had about 20. Good as I was. Yeah, but Manny did score 1. So, hey, he got a point. Now, what was it? As their import. Now, when asked about playing against Manny, he disrespected Manny. Orton said that Pacquiao playing is a joke. Professional boxer? Yeah. This is what this basketball player said about it. Congressman? Okay. But professional basketball player? Seriously? He's a joke. Orton was fined by PBA Commissioner Chito Salud and was replaced after a few days. He got fined and kicked out of the league for talking about Manny like that. The man might have been telling the truth. 5'5". And then they said in that game, his first game, he only scored 1 point. So Orton was telling the truth. But you can't go down in the Philippines to talk about Manny like that. The man got fined and kicked out of the league. Now, October 25th, 2015, right? October 25th, 2015, Manny made his first field goal in the PBA on a 108-94 loss against the rain or shine Elasto Painters. So Orton was telling the truth because he couldn't have been that good. Now he just made his first field goal. And they talked about that like that was something big, right? Anytime your first field goal is worth noting, you can't be that good. If he was averaging like 20, they wouldn't even worry about a first field goal. Now, on August 21st, 2016, Pacquiao scored a career. Oh, my goodness. I shouldn't even tell you all this. He scored his career high on August 21st, 2016. Pacquiao scored a career high, 4 points. So Orton was telling the truth. They fined the man and kicked him out of the league, but he was telling the truth. But I guess you can't talk about Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines like that. But his career high was 4 points. Yeah. F-O-U-R, 4 points. Not 40, 4. Right? In a 97-88 win, but his team won against the Blackwater Elites. Also sinking the first 3-point field goal in his career. Oh, come on, man. So he made a 3-pointer. So he only had 1 other point in the game. I thought he had 2 field goals for 2. He made 4 points and one of them was a 3-pointer. So he made 1 other point. If he wasn't Manny Pacquiao, he probably wouldn't even have been in the league. He was in the league on name only, obviously. Right? On name only. Just Do Boxing in the building. What's up, Just Do? coming up at 4 p.m. We talking about Manny, talking about his basketball career. Now, you hear that? Manny's career high was 4 points. And out of that 4 points, one of them was a three-pointer. So he had one. I guess he had a free throw or something. And then the American guy, all of them had one American guy on the team, and the American guy talked about Manny bad, his basketball skills, and they fined him and kicked him out of the league. But the guy was telling the truth. Your career high is 4 points. You're not all that in basketball, man. But hey, he was in the league because he was Manny Pacquiao, obviously. But let's go on, okay? Now, yeah, he appeared rarely in the succeeding seasons as he was focused on other commitments, right? In 2017, he ended the Mahalika Palinas Basketball League, initially a semi-professional league in the Philippines, right? It was called the MPBI. In 2018, although being rumored to transfer to Blackwater, Pacquiao officially announced his retirement from the league after playing just 10 games in 3 seasons. But he was the coach too, okay? So yeah, I guess he put himself in there every now and then. But he was also the coach. He should have just stuck to coaching. Career high of 4 points. But yeah, he retired from basketball and he played 10 games in 3 seasons. Okay, in 2019, he announced that he was planning on owning an NBA team after he retired from boxing, right? Now let's go back. We're going to talk about his political career now. So, but he hadn't got that NBA team yet. I don't think. But, he said after he retired from boxing, he was going to purchase an NBA team. Yeah. Good luck, Manny. Now let's talk about Manny's political career now. Okay? He was a representative, a senator, and ran for president, but he fell short. Now, political career. House of Representatives, 2010 to 2016. Yeah, we're going to cover it all. Now, on February 12th, 2007, Pacquiao announced his campaign for a seat in the Philippine House of Representatives to represent the 1st District of South Cotabato province, right? Running as a candidate of the Liberal Party faction under Manila Mayor Lito Atienza. Some of these names. Now, Manny said he was persuaded to run by the local officials of General Santos in the Philippines, hoping he would act as a bridge between their interests and the national government. Now, ultimately, because Manny was very popular. Ultimately, you can see he was popular. The guy from the American guy, they had one American guy on each team, and he talked about Manny's skills, and the guy got fined and kicked out of the league. But he was telling the truth. Career high, 4 points. I rest my case. Now, ultimately, Manny was forced to run under the Kabalikat Malayang Filipino, KMP. I should have just said KMP. That was a pro-Arroyo political party. He was ordered by the courts to run under that banner. Now, Pacquiao was defeated in the election by incumbent Representative Darlene Antonio of the Nationalist People's Coalition, the NPC, who said, more than anything, I think people weren't prepared to lose him as their boxing icon. Right. Yeah. But when he got into politics, he was still boxing too. Yeah, he was still a boxer. Technique in the building. What's up, Technique? Technique says it's live boxing on now. Harlem Eubanks, Chris Eubanks' nephew. Okay. Harlem Eubanks, Chris Eubanks' nephew. I don't know how good he is. Never seen him before, Technique. Wow. Technique says Pacquiao is one of the best to ever lace a pair. No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Technique. We was into his But he also had a basketball career, political career. He was a singer. Yeah, Manny had a whole bunch. Wore a lot of different hats, man. And he was popular. You might not have heard technique that they had the American guy, one American guy on each team. He talked about Manny's skills being bad, and they kicked him out of the league and fined him. But Manny averaged 4 points per game for his career. So yeah. But he was also the coach too. So he might have been a good coach. Okay. Now, he lost his first when he first ran for political office, but you know his opponent said Manny lost because people voted against him because they didn't want to lose him as a boxing icon. Now, in preparation for his political career in the Philippines House of Representatives, Manny enrolled in the certificate course in development legislation and government at the Development Academy of the Philippines. Okay. Now, it was the type of graduate school, right? Now, on November 21st, 2009, he announced that he would run again for a congressional seat, but this time in Sarangani province, the hometown of his wife, Jinky, right? Now, in May 2010, Manny won this time. He was elected to the House of Representatives in the 15th Congress of the Philippines, right? Representing the province of Sarangani. And he scored a landslide over the wealthy and politically well-connected Colombian clan that had been in power in the province for more than 30 years. And Manny beat them. That's how popular he was. Manny got 120,052 votes, while his opponent got 60,899. Yeah, that was a landslide. He doubled it. Wow. And in 2010, Manny made a speech on human trafficking that earned praise, but he also received criticism for coming out as uninformed during a discussion of the contentious reproductive health bill that same year. Yeah, Manny came out against that. He also made some bad remarks about gay people too. Remember that? Yeah, he caught a lot of heat for that. Yeah, Manny caught a lot of heat for those remarks. Yeah, lost my place. Had to put my glasses back on. Now, because of other commitments, Manny only attended one Congress session on the Congress final leg and was criticized for being the top absentee among lawmakers, right? And he filed a total of less than 20 bills in 6 years, with 0 of them passing beyond committee. Yeah, Manny, because he was still boxing then, so he didn't have a lot. He didn't have a lot of time to be down there legislating and stuff. Probably really should have waited until he retired to run. He had the less. He wrote the less bills of anybody, and none of them was passed in committee. None of them made it into law. None of the bills he put up. Yeah, but he was in there. Now, Senate, 2016 to 2017. Yeah, Manny was a senator too. 2016 to 2017. Okay. Yeah, technique for sure. Manny is definitely one of the best ever. I did the all-time southpaws the other day. I had him number 3 behind Sweet Pea and Hagler. The best southpaws of all time. Yeah. Okay, now he goes to the Senate. Okay. On October 5th, 2015, Manny formally declared that he was running for Senate under the United Nationalist Alliance, the UNA party, of Vice President by name. I'm not even going to try his first name. Now, on May 19th, 2016, Manny was formally elected as a senator by the Commission on Elections. Pacquiao garnered over 16 million votes, landing at 7th place. Now, he earlier aligned himself with the Duterte government, He facilitated on September 18, 2016, the ouster of Layla de Lima, a Duterte critic, from the chairmanship of the Senate Justice Committee, and he criticized de Lima's, come on, get out the way. Oh, Lord, I done came out of the whole thing. He criticized de Lima's presentation 3 days later of an alleged member of the Davao death squad. Now, in another Senate hearing, Manny defended then Davao City Vice Mayor Paolo Duterte from allegations of having a part along with the vice mayor's alleged drinking buddy, Charlie Tan, and Kenneth Dong in a 2017 $6.4 billion shipment of illegal drugs, from China into the Philippines. Now, as of 2018, Pacquiao had filed a total of 31 Senate bills during the 17th Congress, and a bill filed alongside Senator Beto de la Rosa and Bongo. He backed the return of capital punishment. Yeah, Manny was for capital punishment. Let's move along. And Manny also was a co-founder of a bill to help bring to the Philippines 50,000 COVID-19 test kits, right? And in December 2020, Manny became acting party president of PDP, the ruling political party, when Coco Pimentel resigned. But the position will eventually become disputed between Pacquiao and Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go on through that. Now we get to his 2022 presidential run. Yeah, Manny ran for president too down there. Ran for president of the Philippines. Manny Pacquiao. 2022 presidential campaign. Okay. Now, as early as June 2020, Manny told promoter The Godfather, right? But the Godfather declared that Manny had told him that he expressed some interest in a presidential run in 2022, right? Godfather said Manny told him, I'm going to run for president in 2022. And when I win, I want you to be there at my inauguration, right? Now, speculations quickly spread after that around a possible Pacquiao run for president, backed by his own expression of interest in a presidential bid. In June 2021, he expressed belief that Duterte's response towards China's claims in the South China Sea was lacking, right? And Duterte rebuked Pacquiao for the statement, saying Pacquiao lacked knowledge of foreign policy. And Duterte was the president at the time. And he also responded to a claim attributed to Pacquiao that the Duterte administration is more corrupt than those of his predecessors. Now, Duterte challenged Pacquiao to name certain individuals or agencies. Otherwise, he will launch a negative campaign against him, right? Now, months after being asked about the possibility of him running after losing his final fight against Jordanis Ugas, Pacquiao officially announced his presidential bid on September 19, 2021, during the National Assembly of the PDP Laban Organization faction. Now, on October 1st, he formally registered his candidacy, right? But he ended up losing. His platforms included solving corruption and a promise of nationwide housing projects for the poor. And since the campaign period started in February, he has struggled in the presidential surveys with low ratings, ranking him 4th to 5th among the candidates, right? And he dropped to as low as 1.8% in the March 2022 poll, right? And in March 2022, amid recent news about frontrunner Bongbong Marcos' unsettled estate tax dues amounting to 200 billion pesos, Pacquiao openly challenged Marcos to a one-on-one debate, and he made remarks against critics saying he's not intelligent enough to be president, saying that the most dumb in this country are those who are going to vote for Marcos. Now, Pacquiao placed number 3 in the election, right? Came in 3rd place. And he only had like 4 million votes, right? And he later conceded to Marcos, who won by a landslide. Now let's talk about Manny's entertainment career. He was in entertainment too. Singer, actor. Yeah, Manny did it all. We winding down. Talk about his entertainment career. Okay? Now, acting. With growing fame, Manny became a celebrity and was obligated to start his acting and hosting career with guest appearances on ABS, CBN shows. He signed a contract as an actor and host with ABS, CBN shortly after. And in December 2005, Pacquiao took his first lead role in violent films, right? And the film was titled, so I can't even pronounce the name. Let me put it in the chat. I don't know what the hell that is. This is the name of the movie that he starred in. Okay? Give me a minute. I can't pronounce this stuff. L-I-S-E-N. S-Y-A-E-O-N-G. Lycentadon. K-A-M-A-O. Now what is that? Lycentadon Cameo. That was the film he starred in right there. Okay, his first movie. Now, upon the expiration of his contract with ABS-CBN, Manny signed with CRM Network as an actor and host in September 2007. He was still boxing then too. A few months after that, he taped his first episode of the network's infotainment show, Pacquiao Records, and his other projects with the network included Tortoise Bato and the sitcom Show Me the Manny, not Money, Show Me the Manny. And he appeared as Marion Rivera's on-screen love team, and in which his mother was an actress too, remember? She also appeared, right? You know he got his mother the part because of how popular he was. And he also hosted his own game show called Manny Many Prizes, where he gave out prizes to his audience. And in 2008, Manny starred with Era Mina and Valerie Concepcion. I got that right, Concepcion. I remember the baseball player named Dave Concepcion of the Big Red Machine. If I hadn't heard that name, I would have got that all wrong. But Marie Concepcion, they starred in, oh Lord. Okay, let me put it in the chat again. They starred in this show. These Filipino names. A-N-A-K. N-G. Commander, K-U-M-A-N-D-E-R. Starred in that with his mother and a few other people. And he got his mother the part because he was very popular, you know. Now, it meant child of a commander, right? And the movie was not a commercial success and was panned by critics. Now, Pacquiao starred in the superhero comedy film entitled Warpac-Man. Wow, Warpac-Man. Which was released on December 25th, 2009, as an entry to the 2009 Metro Manila Film Festival, right? Now, like his previous films, Pac-Man was not commercially successful. In 2020, he was cast to portray General Miguel Malvar in the upcoming biopic film called Malvar, right? He was a Filipino hero. And again, this film gained mixed reactions from the Malvar family, right? Gabriel, grandson of the general, he said he was worried that Pacquiao's fame might overshadow his grandfather, you know, in the movie, right? The role he was trying to play. And then Manny also had a music career. Yeah, also had a music career. There's Manny, the singer, right there. Now, he recorded songs to use as interest music for his fights. Recorded his own ring walk songs. And he released them on 2 albums that were certified platinum locally in the Philippines. Most of the songs of Pacquiao were composed by Lito Camo, who wrote Pacquiao's biggest hit and primarily known song, Cara Sayo and Laban Nato. You know, he had a song that made number 19 on the Billboard charts of the United States. This was his hit. On November 3rd, 2009, Pacquiao covered Sometimes When We Touch, originally by Dan Hill on Jimmy Kimmel. He performed that song on there. That was his first singing performance on American TV. And he went back to the late night talk show on March 3rd, 2010, to sing another song, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. And you know, the first one, Sometimes When We Touch, made it to number 19 in the United States. He would later record Dan Hill's hit in April 2011 as a single, which reached, that's the one reached number 19, Sometimes When We Touch, on the Billboard Adult Contemporary charts of the United States. And it made Pacquiao one of the few Southeast Asians to enter a U.S. Billboard chart. A lot of it was because of his name, though, you know. Yeah, Manny couldn't sing. Barely speak English. How the hell are you going to sing? Now, he also appeared with Will Ferrell and sang a version of John Lennon's Imagine for his 3rd guesting on Jimmy Kimmel. And his appearance on the show led the Canadian rapper Drake impersonating him and making fun of his singing by creating a parody. Now, Pacquiao responded by posting another video of himself singing in 2015. He released an extended play that featured his own recorded interest song for his fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. Yep, he recorded that song that he walked in on, and shortly announced his retirement from music, being quoted saying, "I love music, but music is not for me." Yeah. The man, he had 3 albums. Laban Nating, 2006. The Pac-Man Punch, 2007. And Lalaban Ako Para sa Filipino, 2015. Yep. And that about covers Manny Pacquiao. Let's take a look at Manny's legacy. Told you Manny was long. Now, he had some taxation issues too. On November 26, 2013, a few days after Manny's victory over Brandon Rios, the Philippine Bureau of Internal Revenue issued a freeze order on all of Manny's Philippine bank accounts due to his alleged failure to pay 2.2 billion pesos in taxes for earnings he made in his fights in the United States from 2008 to 2009. Oh, Manny. Now, a day after the bank account freeze, the BIR, that's like the Internal Revenue down there in the Philippines, also issued an order to freeze all of Pacquiao's Philippine properties, whereupon Pacquiao presented documents to the press showing the income tax for non-resident alien payment by his promoter to the BIS, U.S. counterpart, the Internal Revenue Service. So Manny's saying, I paid this money to the IRS, as well as a letter from Bob Arum. Bob's father tried to take up for him. So in April 2017, Pacquiao, now a senator, approached Philippine authorities in an attempt to settle the case. Now, the BRR, that's the Philippine Internal Revenue Service, right? The BRR had maintained that taxes were due, even if all the taxes had been paid in the United States to the IRS in the first place. They said, yeah, you don't owe the IRS, you owe us down here in the Philippines because the properties are in the Philippines. How are you going to pay the IRS for taxes you own in the Philippines? Yeah, man, you should have known better than that. And you know what happened? Bob Arum was involved. Bob Arum probably didn't pay the IRS. Bob Arum probably put that money in his pocket, man. because he paid the IRS through Bob Arum, and Bob Arum should have told Manny that you don't have to pay the IRS for your properties in the Philippines. You got to pay the BIS, which was Internal Revenue, equivalent in the Philippines. But Bob Arum told Manny to pay the IRS. I think Bob Arum tricked Manny. Don't that sound like the Bob father? And put that money in his pocket. So I don't know how that was resolved, but the Internal Revenue Services in the Philippines said Manny still owed them. Right? So, if you own some property in the United States, why in the hell are you going to pay the Internal Revenue Service in the Philippines? So vice versa. The property in the Philippines, Bob father tricked Manny, man. Yes, he did. Had him give him the money to pay the IRS for property in the Philippines, and Bob father kept that money because the Internal Revenue Service in the Philippines said Manny still owed him. Bob father is no good, man. That sounds like the exact same dog King would have done. Ain't no doubt in my mind that Bob father ain't get an IRS nothing because he knew Manny did not owe the IRS. The property was in the Philippines. Why would he owe the IRS? Right? He owed the BIS, the IRS's counterpart in the Philippines. Bob father is rotten, man. And it said he went through Bob Arum to pay the IRS for the property he owned in the Philippines. Ain't that some shit, man? Mm-hmm. And he probably gave him a whole lot of money, millions of dollars, and the Bob father kept that money. That's crazy, man. And remember, I was talking about the homosexuality comments Manny made earlier. Here's what they were. Okay, here's what happened. Homosexuality comments. Excuse me. Now, in February 2016, Pacquiao, in a video statement posted by TV5 in the Philippines, made a comment on the issue of same-sex marriage. Now, Pacquiao, in vernacular, described people in same-sex marriages as behaving worse than animals. I remember that. Y'all remember when he said that? He described people in same-sex marriages as behaving worse than animals because he said animals generally do not have same-sex mating. Damn, man. And with your high profile, you shouldn't have said that, man. Now, LGBT celebrities criticized the statement of the senator. He was running for Senate at the time, right? LGBT celebrities criticized the statement, right? The LGBTOS community criticized the statement, right? LGBT people criticized the statement, right? And Manny later apologized and stated that while as a Christian, he is still against same-sex marriage, which he said is against biblical teachings. He did not condemn gay people themselves, right? And because of that statement he made against same-sex marriage, Nike ended their long-time partnership with Manny. Ooh, he lost some money behind that. Stating Nike said Manny's comments against gay people were abhorrent. Oh, he lost $1. Nike? Damn, man. When your high profile got them kind of big time endorsements, you don't say, even if you feel that way, you keep it to yourself, man. These gay people ain't bothering you. What the people go in the house to do behind their closed doors is their business. Especially when you're a high profile person like Manny with those big time endorsements. You keep your mouth shut, Manny. I guess he learned from that. Now, the Grove at Farmers Market in Los Angeles also banned Pacquiao from the shopping mall. Wow. Now, towards the end of the video, Pacquiao clarified that he is not condemning gay people, but I am not condemning them, just the marriage, which is a sin against God. Well, if you're condemning the marriage, you're condemning them, dummy. You should have just kept your mouth shut, man. Just keep your mouth. Keep it to yourself, man. That's all. That's all you got to do. Right? Yeah. But I still think Bob Arum got him for some millions of dollars. He gonna tell that man he owned property in the Philippines. He gonna tell Manny you got to pay the IRS to the United States. No, damn well. The Philippines got their own IRS, man. And now Manny gave Godfather all that money, which he could have paid to the IRS of the Philippines and wouldn't have had no debt. He ended up still owing them. Meanwhile, Godfather got his money in his bank. He didn't give the IRS nothing. What Godfather, the IRS would have told him, you don't owe us that. Godfather didn't even go to no IRS with that money, man. He tricked Manny. And Manny didn't know no better, you know. He didn't know no better. Yeah, that's dirty, man. Godfather did Manny bad, man. Okay, and that's about it on Manny. Yeah. Don't y'all think that's what the Godfather did? Why would you pay the IRS of the United States for money for property you own in the Philippines when they got their own IRS that collect taxes for properties and stuff, right? Like I said, you got property in the United States. You ain't sending no money to the IRS in the Philippines. You're going to pay this IRS taxes. So, yeah, Godfather got it, man. Yeah. Yeah, Godfather got it, but that's okay. A lot of millions. That man was dirty. So how you lose money? The money you lost on Bud, the house you could have bought, you made it up cheating Manny, right? Yeah, he made it up cheating Manny. And it said it was millions of dollars. I can see Godfather now, yeah, give me $10 million, I'll take care of your properties for you with the IRS. And the property's in the Philippines, right? Philippines not part of the United States, is it? I know Puerto Rico is. I don't think is the Philippines part of the United States. But anyway, they had their own IRS though, the BIS, right? The equivalent of the IRS. So that's where the money should have went to. I don't know how he resolved it, whether he went and paid them some more millions, but he had to pay twice. Godfather didn't go near no IRS, man. He kept that money. That's dirty, man. Him and Don King did a whole lot of dumb stuff like that over the years, man. Not dumb. I mean, you know, slick, dirty stuff, man. That's bad. Yeah. And Manny didn't know no better. Around that time, he was probably barely speaking English, and the Godfather said, I got him. Yeah. You own properties down in the Philippines? Yeah, Godfather. Well, give me $20 million, and I'll give it to the IRS. Take care of it for you. Don't worry about a thing. Meanwhile, the BIS in the Philippines want their money. And Manny, like, I already paid the IRS. They're like, you paid who? Why? You got property in the United States? No, just this property down here. Well, you owe us. So he had to pay twice. I'm sure he resolved it because he was running for Senate then. So, you know, he wouldn't want that hanging over him. You know? So, yeah. I really think that's what the Godfather did. What y'all think? Yeah, Godfather got him. But I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills off the money I lost on Bud. Well, you could have used that money you stole from Manny, Godfather, to buy your house. It said tens of millions, not a million. Yeah, but we are ready for the weekend. We got a card from Paris tomorrow, something like that, man. You know, I don't really know anybody on it. You know, like I was telling y'all the other day, Paris was a big boxing town back in the 20s. A lot of black fighters fought in Europe, fought in Paris, you know. Because a lot of times in the United States, you know, they wasn't booking them in places. You know, they couldn't fight for championships and they didn't want them on the cards because people might see how good they was and say, why he ain't fighting for the title? So a lot of black fighters went overseas and fought. Paris was a big time. There's some good fighters out of France too. Georges Carpentier, Marcel Cerdan. What was the middleweight? Was it Marcel Cerdan? They hated Jake LaMotta because Jake took Marcel's title from him, and then Marcel had to fly overhead for the rematch and got killed in the plane crash. They blamed Jake because if Jake hadn't took his title, he wouldn't have been on that plane coming back to the United States to fight Jake in the rematch. Yeah. And when Sugar Ray kept beating Jake, man, they gave Sugar Ray the royal treatment, invited him over there. He met the president, and they shipped his pink Cadillac over there for him. With his entourage of like 100 people. Sugar Ray blew through like 4 million during his career. He had like a 50-person entourage. Took his barber with him, everything. Somebody hold a mirror while he was combing his hair. Yeah. Sugar Ray Robinson. He had it all. Yeah. And people was amazed by his pink Cadillac in Europe. Yeah, Sugar Ray was a showman, man. Yeah. He was a big time showman. And next week, another big week. Fantasy matchups Monday is going to be women. It's not going to just be one woman against different legends. It's going to be a group of women from today against a group of women legends from the old days. I know it's going to be Clarissa Shields against Layla Ali, Fran Chon against Ann Wolf. Clarissa might have to go up against Ann Wolf too, because they ran that weight class. We're going to have Amanda Serrano and all of them. AB, Alicia Baumgartner, Katie Taylor. In the old days, Layla, Jackie Frazier lied, the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. It's going to be fun Monday. Yeah, we're going to match them up next week. We're going to look at the light heavyweight division in boxing, history of it, some of the top former light heavyweights, some of the current great light heavyweights like Bivol and Beterbiev, some of those guys. And some of the top light heavyweight fights of all time. I'm going to try to get that women's show back in next week. In women's boxing, another one. And then Montana. Excuse me for a minute. Montana is what is this show called Thursday? Boxing in the States. I knew. Excuse me for a minute. Boxing in the States. I'm trying to see who the profile is. Coming soon to the life and career of Paulie Malignaggi. Coming soon. Yeah, I'm back. Next week's profile Friday is I already got it written down here. Let me put a check by Manuel. We done him. Manny was a different one because it didn't really talk about his fights. I did not know that, man. All this weird stuff. But Big George Foreman next week. The life and career of Big George Foreman. Okay? Next week. Yeah, Big George Foreman. Today's Friday. Yeah, Montana. Might be a short one, so I got to figure out a backup plan for us. After the boxing in the States, I come up with a backup plan. We'll come up with something. Thomas Hill, what's up, Thomas Hill? How are you? Oh, man, I didn't know you was in here. Yeah. 3:45. Okay. T. Hill in the building. How are you, T. Hill? Good to see you today. Always good to see Thomas Hill. Thomas Hill was coming on when I used to come on at 11 o'clock at night. Me and Thomas Hill did a talk one time on a show from like 11 o'clock at night till like 5 o'clock the next morning. Remember that, T. Hill? Yeah, we went all night, man. Next morning. Yeah, we was cooking too. It was just me and him. Yeah. And then one time me, him, and Dre Finance did one half the night. Yeah. The legendary Thomas Hill in the building. Out in California, IA. Sunny Southern California. It snowed up here in Maryland today. Yeah. Snowed, man. I didn't even know. I was going to do my walk like 10 this morning and stepped out there, snow on the ground, man. Come back and get my boots and stuff. Damn, I was like, what? I did not, they had said something about it, but I didn't know it had done it. Maybe we could have a white Thanksgiving. And when we get this snow early like this, then we get like 2 feet later on, like February. Never fails. That's when we get them blizzards, man. I don't mind. I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't working nowhere. They can throw 30 feet, as long as I got some food in here. And Miss Cass being here with me. That'll be good. I'm gonna get it, man. because of that talk I did at the beginning. I got a lecture coming. I might stay on here all night just to prolong it. As soon as I get off, I'm getting it. So y'all say a prayer for me when I get off. Because Miss Cass gonna give me a lecture about that stuff I did at the beginning. She waiting. So remember, pray for me. If I ain't back Monday, y'all know I'm gone. Okay? There's the link. But I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep me going here. Yeah. Thomas Hill say the one with D for the win should have been rebroadcast. Which one was that, Thomas? What are you talking about? The one for Tim already prayed for me. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you, Tim. Tim want to see me back Monday. What's up, T Hill?
What's good with you, man?
You all week, man. You been
You
busy?
said what?
You been busy?
You know, it's coming down to Thanksgiving, man. Got ripping and running doing. We got baskets to hand out for the parishioners, man. So, you know, been out there ripping and running and doing whatever I got to do to make sure we get it right, get it tight.
Yeah, I didn't make the connection right. Yeah, it's coming on.
Yeah, but you know, I've been listening in the background, man. I ain't been active on the keyboard because I've been up and moving, but
I figured
today I had to go on and get up, man. I think that segment with the women gonna be a pretty good segment, man. I wish we could actually see the fights. The fights would be better.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a firm believer, man. A lot of people hate on She Be Stinging, but She Be Stinging was dangerous, man.
Who's that?
You know who She Be Stinging is? She Be Stinging is float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh, you talking about Layla? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of people hate on.
T Hill. Only 3 people.
You say what?
Out of 24 fights, she stopped 21 of them. Remember?
I know, a true heavy hitter, but they'll say she was. Yeah. You know, whenever it's somebody that people don't want to get behind, they always take a crap on everybody that they were in the ring with, man.
Yeah.
And you know, it's unfortunate that we as a people, especially us as a people, we do that. No other people much like we do jump on our own people like that, bro. I can't stand that. Because in the process, man, you know, you think you're devaluing the person that you're targeting, but you're really devaluing the sport in the whole, man. Like, and it's the same, man. I honestly, from what I've seen in the ring, damn what you think, man. The girl's jab was amazing. First and foremost, her jab was amazing. Her brick hand was devastating.
Oh,
and on top of that, man, she was rangy. You're not just going to just dog her. You not. And many people did. And she was a big woman, bro. Like, she wasn't a small girl. She's like 5'11".
And she would have, I think, really believe she would have stopped Clarissa, man.
Oh, man, it wouldn't even be a fight. It wouldn't be a fight, bro.
Her off of her in the first
she couldn't. She couldn't. And her skills are not superior to hers, bro. No matter what people say. Like, her skill, and I mean, if you don't believe me, I know people gonna say, well, Hannah Gabriel's was on that stuff. But damn all that, her skill set. Hannah Gabriel was giving her the business in that fight too. Honestly, thought that fight could have went to her.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at the decision, but it easily could have went to her.
Yeah.
I thought she had the more memorable, you know, moments in the fight. But at the same time, you know, Clarissa did good work.
Yeah,
so, you know, and, you know, the fight with Ann Wolf, I would have loved to see, because Ann Wolf was a killer too. But I mean, it's going to be hard to get around a fundamentally sound giant that got a hell of a jab and got a hell of a brick hand.
And
on top of that,
in women's boxing, you know that? She might.
You say what?
She might be the hardest hitter in women's boxing. And
either her or Chrissy Martin.
Yeah.
Chrissy Martin was no joke neither. She used to throw hammers. But so that's gonna be an interesting subject, man. I mean, a lot of good commentary.
Yeah.
Along with the good work that you're doing, man. I wanted to talk about that fight that we did have, man. I want to give Amanda Serrano a major shout out, bro. Like, I felt like she won that fight, and I don't even think it was close. Honestly, I don't think the fight was close. I think you can give a girl 2 rounds, maybe 3 at max, but that's it. I thought that every moment of the round was controlled by her. I think KO, shout out to my good brother KO, knockout
Yeah.
boxing 86 TV. You know, he said it best. One person was I'm beating you to F up punches, the other one was throwing leave me the F alone punches.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like one person just fighting to keep you off, the other one is just beating your tail and they lose. And then she threw those butts, and those butts was not accidentals.
Yeah. I thought she should have had some more points taken from her, man.
She should have. But on top of that, you know, they sorry about that. They got to know going forward, man. Anytime she hop in the ring, that whenever she's losing, them headbutts is about to start flying.
They coming. Yeah.
Yeah, they coming.
Big
so
head.
You know, but it was a great fight nonetheless, man. I gotta give Katie Taylor some respect because she was getting her ass beaten. She was fighting back. Just who Serrano is as a boxer, she need to be respected. Her for the women's platform needs to be like she truly is one of the. If there was a Mount Everest of women fighters, she's on there. She's cemented, bro.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
She's cemented. And damn accomplishments, man, because accomplishments nowadays can be bought. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to line yourself with the right people and you can get it.
That's
but
all.
Those two fights show that even when you do best your opponent, you still may not win.
I thought you won both of them.
That's a travesty because that girl done did so much for the sport of women boxing that you would do her dirty like that.
And still doing, you know, she's still doing for women's boxing, man. You found on anyone? I didn't even know you was in here. Did you just come in?
Yeah, man. How you guys doing? I missed the whole show, actually.
Okay.
What's good with you, man?
I'm good, thank God. Hope you're all the same.
Yeah, everything's going good.
Awesome.
Yeah. Did you find on is going to be at the fight down there? What is it? Hitchens and Pacquiao, right? In Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's coming. When is that again? Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah, the 7th.
Coming up. The week after next. The 7th. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hitchens. But you know, you're gonna have that whole fight week. That's coming up soon. But the fight week will be the week after this one, yeah. Good card too.
Absolutely.
No, it's Hitchens. Who is it? Hitchens and Pacquiao?
Yeah, that's the main, and Jalil Hackett versus Roman is the main.
Right, that's right. Yeah. That should be good.
Jalil Major Hackett.
Yep, Jalil Major. Yeah.
Interesting nickname. You usually hear, you know, Crusher, Beast.
You know, Killer. Yeah. What you think about what me and T Hill was talking about, the women's fight, Serrano and Katie Taylor last week?
Oh man, it was so unfortunate because to me it was a hell of a fight, but the ref just messed up. I mean, he gave her like a million warnings and then finally took a point like too late.
Yep, exactly, man. I thought Amanda still won though.
Me too.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
My bad.
What'd you say, T Hill?
I bet I've been coughing all on the show.
I thought Amanda said she wasn't fighting. I wonder why they went 10 rounds, 2 minutes. Because, you know, Amanda had been fighting 12 rounds, 3 minutes, remember?
Yeah, she's been very upfront with that.
I wonder why she went back to that for this fight. And Jake had been getting...
Because Katie Taylor didn't want to do it.
That's what I thought.
That's
it was Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
Katie Taylor don't, because you know in the first fight, if it wasn't 3 rounds, she'd have been knocked out.
Yeah, she wouldn't have made it to the...
She doesn't want one extra minute of that smoke, believe me.
Yeah. Yeah, Katie wouldn't have made it. I think Amanda would have got up out of there both times.
Yeah, because every time that she had her Rosie, it was right as the bell was about to ring.
Yep, right toward the end. Yep.
So if you got another minute of that, possibility you ain't escaping.
No, she's not going to make it a whole minute. No, Amanda would have got her. And Amanda was hitting hard too, you know. She got popped. She would have got her. Yeah. They had a prospect fight time of 4 rounds on one of those cards. I think it was last year, but they fought 4 rounds, 3 minutes. Man. A prospect fight. It was on one of those Serrano cards. So I don't. What's the anybody know the reasoning for these 2 minutes? I don't understand it. Is it safety or something?
You talking about why they flip it back to 2 minutes?
Yeah, why they only go 2 minutes for the women? Anyway, what's the
Oh,
reason?
because they looking out for women's safety.
Oh, okay.
You know, they saying that they don't want them to have to endure as much punishment as possible within that time limit, so they want to keep the time down
Oh man,
to keep them within range of safety. But you know, Serrano, like, if we won't pay like them, we have to fight like them.
That's right.
That's why I respect her.
That's a good point, because as long as they doing the 10 rounds 2 minutes, they think it's legitimate to give them less money. You know,
and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. She worked every bit of money she asked for, because when she goes onto an event, she put down, even when she don't knock an opponent out, it's still drag out action in that fight.
Yeah, always.
See? Yeah, and it's just a travesty, man, to the sport of boxing, that somebody who's done such a great work for the boxing can't even get proper work with the refereeing and with the freaking judges as well too.
I know.
Because like you said, there's no way that they shouldn't have got her off them deliberate headbutts. It took 3-4 headbutts for her to finally get a caution.
And you could see it was deliberate, man. You know, she was doing
clear as day. I mean, clear as day.
Yeah,
that ain't no accidental, nothing. No.
And the second one, she stuck her head forward, and you saw her turn right into her direction where the eye was.
Yep.
She hit her on the side of the head with the side of her head.
Like aimed for it, man. I remember that.
You know what she's doing for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I surely respect her as a fighter, but I do notice that whenever she's inside a battle and it looked like they getting the best of her, she's gonna grab and hold, which I ain't mad at, but she gonna use that head, and that head is like supersized.
Yeah, you can say that again. And that neck, man, wow.
Absolutely.
There's no female that's gonna naturally grow no neck like that, man. She got to be on something.
You see the neck here? You see the neck on her?
She got to be taking some PEDs.
But that's why Amanda did a disservice by not going to that body. She should have been tagging that body.
Yeah,
I think
that's true. Yeah.
But what she did tag, she tagged all that dang night. Damn, that deserved to win. My bad, I ate down a piece of fruit and it went down the wrong pipe.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
And pause for the pause people.
I did that with some juice this morning. I hate that feeling, man.
Heck yeah, that sucker got me over here choking. And again, pause for the pause worthy folks. I mean, no disrespect.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, I think that. Oh, and we got a dandy coming.
Which one is that you talking about?
That Morel and that what's her name?
Yeah. Earlier,
we got a dandy coming.
David. Yeah, David.
We got two people who genuinely don't really care for one another.
Yeah.
Man,
of equal skill sets. Of equal sizes.
Yeah.
Man.
I
think that. And then, go ahead. My bad.
I said I can't call it right now, man. I have to wait a little while on that.
I will say this: experience favors Benavidez. Athleticism and pure just talent favors Morel.
Morel can do it all.
I agree 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Will it be that night that experience wins over talent, or will that night talent shine over experience?
Yeah. We're gonna win.
Either way, it's gonna be a drag out fight, and they throwing blows.
I got a feeling they're gonna see each other some more, though.
Oh yeah, you think it's gonna be like a rematch? Yeah, I think so. Both of them so young and everything too. Yeah, I can see that.
The opportunity to make so much money off those fights, man.
Oh, yeah.
Way.
Cuba, Mexico, you know, the spice is there, man. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, the storyline, everything is there for that one. Yeah, but that's gonna be on the Amazon.
I'm not sure.
They with Al Heyman, right? Both of them, I think.
Yeah.
GT Hill.
Nah, I was just agreeing with you. I absolutely agree.
Okay. Damn, man, it's 4:01 already. But just do 4:03. Wow. We get the cooking good, then it's time to go.
Yeah, that cook always good, man. You put it on a slow cooker too, you know, because you're not coming on as early as you would hope to. So, you know, we only got an X amount of time anyway. But, hey, it was always a great show. Shout out to my man Cash. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my man Define Ironry One. Shout out to boxing. Special shout out to Serrano because she put on for her city and her sport. And shout out to competition. May we get more of those matches so we can see greater and greater moments.
That's
all right. And everybody have a blessed day. Shout out to my main man Cash. Shout out to the better half, Miss Kaz, and we rocking JBT, Just Boxing Talk, and I'm out.
God bless you all.
You fine, Arnie? You got anything before we get up out of here? Oh, he's gone. It's just me. Appreciate Thomas Hill and Define Arnie One. And appreciate everybody in the chat today. Define Arnie One, Technique, Just Do Boxing, Mike Grimm, D1, Tim Layton, Bruce Gas Boxing, Jazz, and more. Mike Mazik, and Miss Cass. Appreciate everybody. I will be back Monday with a very special fantasy matchups Monday. Brought to you by Cass Sports Promotions. And if it's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., it's the Boxtorian bringing you all that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cass Sports. Everybody have a great weekend. And I will see y'all around those JBT streets. Bruce Gas is making gummies. Uh-oh. Salute, Bruce Gas. Appreciate you 1,000%, bro. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more.